Hello everyone, your Royce here and welcome to the channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode we are going to feature another trifasciata cultivar that is very similar to the previous content that we have uploaded, and the name of this cultivar is Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst. And like I mentioned, if you are not familiar with these trifasciata cultivar, you would mistakenly say that it is just the same with the previous content that we have uploaded, but they are not. So in this episode we will be discussing the difference between Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst and the previous upload that we have, our previous content that we have uploaded, the Sansevieria trifasciata Silver Frost. So this is Silver Frost, the one that I am focusing right now, and this is Starburst, the specimen that we are featuring on this episode. So I'm going to focus so you can see that when it comes to how silvery the color is, Starburst Starburst, excuse me, is actually more silvery than the Silver Frost. In fact, Silver Frost, there are times that they can grow yellowish leaf coloring, and we have already discussed that on the previous episode. You can just go back to that episode so you can recall or view the discussion about Sansevieria trifasciata Silver Frost, because right now we are going to discuss the other cultivar, which is known as Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst. So folks, you can also find information about Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst in the Sansevieria trifasciata varieties of Fuwan Chaninayan that was published back 1986. You can find it in page 81. Also, you can find additional information about it in the International Sansevieria Society journals, issue 30, page 9. So I will include those references on the right hand corner of the content, so you can always check the information that I shared to you, if it's valid or not. You can visit those reference that I have stated and will include on the right hand corner of this content. So right now, what I'm showing you again is the cultivar Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst, and it is part of the short leaf group of trifasciata. So when I say short leaf, they are having leaf sizes not more than 6 inches, and later on we will be taking measurements of how long the leaves of Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst are and how wide the leaves will be. So if you have read the book Sansevieria trifasciata Varieties by Juan Chaynayan, it is said that the leaf cuttings of Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst revert back to honey eye trifasciata, which I beg to disagree, because if you try to leaf propagate it, you will end up on having very similar product or offset with the ones that I've shown you coming from the offset when you leaf propagate Silver Frost. So when you leaf propagate it, you will not get a normal honey eye trifasciata, which is a short leaf but wide leaf Sansevieria trifasciata cultivar. Instead, you will get a short leaf green form, but they are also the same leaf width with the one I'm showing you. So the leaf width, we will measure it in a bit, but before that though, we'll finish discussing the characteristics of the plant. So comparison with regards to honey, I'm sorry, the name of the cultivar is just Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst, so there is no honey eye included with the ID or the name of it. It's not Sansevieria trifasciata honey eye Starburst, it's just Sansevieria trifasciata Starburst. So same as Sansevieria trifasciata Silver Frost, there is no inclusion of the word honey eye to it because these Sansevieria trifasciata cultivars were not discovered by Sylvan hand, so they do not merit the name honey eye to them. So going back, with regards to differences, you will see that some parts of Silver Frost are silvery, as I am showing you right now, and actually it is very different to the pattern of the leaf of Starburst. If I move them closely, I don't know if I can, but I'll try to put the two plants together, and I'll try to move backwards. You can see the difference from the two just at first glance. If you have the plant, it will make it easier for you to distinguish Starburst from Silver Frost. So you can see that Silver Frost can be at times yellowish, especially in maturity, wherein it's already matured and having very many leaves. Some of the leaves become yellowish. Some of the newer leaves, though, are very silvery, and you will not be able to see the yellow variegations on them. It's just plain silvery striations, and then the green, very thin green margins on them. So for Starburst, you will also see that there are very thin green margins on them, and sorta there is another margin, which is this one. It's very thin. Actually, we can measure it. The margin would be 3.7 millimeters. It is also pale green, but the center part of the leaf is really whitish in color compared to the pale green of that additional margin. On the edge of the leaf, you will see that there are there is a very thin green outline on it. So that's how the pattern of Starburst in comparison to Silver Frost. So the silvery color on Silver Frost is actually like striations, because they're like lines that are going um, um, many lines that are uh, grouped together on the leaf, but on Starburst they're not striations. In fact, they are the base color of the leaf itself. So the whitish color on them is the color of the leaf itself, which is very silvery in color, almost whitish in comparison to the pale green margin, aside from the one that is on the center part of the leaf. And there are sorta, you can see that there are uh, very thin, almost bandings that you can barely see. So you will not see bandings on Silver Frost. You cannot see bandings on them. It's just whitish striations in comparison to Starburst, which is having very or minimal that bandings that can be barely seen. Also, the margins also have bandings on them. You can see that dark green bandings, but not on all leaf. Perhaps I can check the other leaves for you. You can see that there are dark green bandings that are minimal in comparison to the pale green color of the margin itself. So the center part is really whitish in color. Then the outer margin or the inner margin is actually pale green in color. So this is a focus of what I am discussing, plus the very thin green dark green edge on the leaf. So that's the pattern of Starburst in comparison to silver frost. So there you go. Also, in my opinion, there is a possibility that Starburst may have mutated from silver frost, but I cannot really prove that. Although theoretically speaking, with regards to the morphology or the leaf form or how they grow, they are very similar to each other. That's why sometimes I say or conclude that Starburst may have mutated from silver frost. But upon reading the old books, they would say that Starburst actually originated from silver honey eye or honey eye silver. Um, but in my experience, I haven't seen Starburst coming from uh, silver honey eye trifasciata cultivar. So that remains to be a mystery as to where exactly silver Starburst originated from. In fact, there is no record of the one who discovered it. It just appeared in the market, and then uh, it was published by Juan Chainayan in his book The Sansevieria Trifasciata Varieties 1986, and then another published back in issue 30 of the International Sansevieria Society journals. So those are the reference, and those are the sort of origin of Starburst. Aside from that, though, next step would be feeling for the leaf. Of course, trifasciata leaves are smooth to the touch. Again, if you feel vertically, I cannot feel any ridges. However, if you feel horizontally, you would feel that there are bumps when you feel it. Although the bumps are smooth, you will feel bumps because the leaves are having ridges, longitudinal ridges, as a growth or leaf form. So that's how I can describe the leaf texture for Sansevieria fasciata Starburst. And also, it is very having the same similar or similar characteristics or traits with regards to silver frost, because they can also easily get fungus. So make sure to apply fungicide if it's raining, or you're in a place wherein it rains successively or it rains for days. You should apply fungicide so that they would not have brown spots on them. Although it is a uh, good thing for rain with regards to keeping the mites off, because rain season I don't have any mite problem or mite attacks, as you can see that they are drenched with water. The core is drenched with water, so that repels the mites from going into the core and attacking the core of the plant. So there you go. So just take heed to make sure and purchase a fungicide to counter the excessive moisture that are produced by the rainy season. Although, like I said, they are thriving right now in comparison to the drought. I would rather have a rainy season when growing Sansevieria fasciata Starburst or Sansevieria fasciata Silver Frost. So we're done with the characteristics of the leaf. Next, we will take measurements. Like I said, it is very similar with regards to the morphology or how they grow. I've already measured silver frost, and silver frost would be around 19 millimeters, so very close. The leaf width of silver or starburst is 22.9, very close to the 19 point something that we have measured for the Sansevieria fasciata silver frost. So we can actually measure another one, and this one would be 27 millimeters. So I guess we can have a variance on the leaf width. We can say that it can be at around, some leaves may be narrower but on the one that I am measuring right now, it's around 20 to 22 millimeters for the leaf width. Now, with regards to the leaf length or the height of the leaf, I'm using this ruler right now, which can be clearly seen in comparison to the stainless ruler that I always use. So this one is also the same, having the same leaf length with silver frost. It is having the leaf at around 4 to 4.5 inches. All right. So, folks, we have measured the leaf width, leaf length. We compared it to the Sansevieria trifasciata silver frost. Most people would confuse them with each other. So I hope that this content will enlighten most of the people that are still confused, and may it help you out in identifying your trifasciata cultivars. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you like what I have featured, please do like and subscribe to our channel. So that's it for this content. Thank you for watching, and you have a great day.